Hello and welcome back to WTF Pop Culture with Fina. How are you? Hi. Normally I don't do 2 episodes in 1 week, but I have been kind of like psyching myself up to do this. I'm like, hey, maybe if I could do like 2 episodes of pop culture and then I do like a fun personal like vlog situation on YouTube once a week will be really good. And right now I know AJ's not flipping out. So, all right. So this is being filmed on Thursday. So it's going to be like throwback Thursday in a way, but to like just this week in TV. And basically like this week in mom life, like to go and tie into the mom life thing. So going right into it is I have started a new morning routine and it is glorious. So far it is glorious. Originally I had set myself up to go and wake up at 5, but 5 is really rough right now, but 5:30 is doable. So if I wake up at 5:30 and then I go into my yoga that I wanted to do, which is I do about 15 minutes. I don't choose anything more than 15. If I wake up early, I'll probably do a 20-minute, but no more than 15 minutes. I use Yogi Witch here on YouTube. It's YOGI and then Witch. I'm telling you, I think she's definitely from the UK. I don't know if she's Scottish. I don't know if she's British, but she's adorable when she says certain like things soldier. I know I said that one wrong, but you know what I mean. Like this right here, it's adorable. It's cute. It cheers me up in the morning. So, and then I was gonna go right into like the typical meditation of the whole home and like be still and all of that. But I think I did day 1 and was like, screw this. So now my meditation is going to be stuck with, not stuck, but I'm going to go from yoga to journaling. And from journaling, I go and do my tarot pulls. I do my oracle deck pulls. I do my gratitude journaling. I do my intuition, not my intuition, but my intent for the day. I get all of that done. Then I go and make William's lunch. I make tea. I might be making my tea and William's lunch at the same time just to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I did that today because usually I made my tea from Monday to Tuesday. I made my tea and then journaled and then made William's lunch. And kind of made that rule to myself, like, hey, nothing for myself, like nothing for these kids. It's like literally until I'm done journaling, that is going to be all me. But today I did it and it was like once I journaled, I could go sit in front of my window and watch a very cloudy, gray English day begin in LA. Instead of the sun, we have a gray day. Yes. And literally, the clouds are just a gray blanket over the sky. That is what it is. It's not insane, but in April, we should have a lot more sunshine than we do, and we don't. I know, like there's certain states that still have snow, like Utah for one. But why? Because I follow two homestead accounts out there, and they're still dealing with snow. So yeah. All right. So here's another thing about this routine that I want to encourage anyone who is listening, like any mom or anyone in particular who wants to get things done and who wants to kind of set a healthy routine. It will definitely work for kids if you have kids. But also, this also came from a book called Miracle Morning that did I read? I think it was a book club situation when I was in MLM, I think. Anyway, if you go and look into the description of this episode, I do have a link that you can see all of these different Miracle Morning books for certain situations. Like I'll um, a bunch of stuff. I cannot think on the top of my head because I'm like over here thinking, is AJ flipping out? And I'm like, we just started. I told him what the plan was. And plus another thing is I've been getting really, really, really early to the school. Like before, like an hour and 15 minutes early. He is crying. He's throwing his mind. I love him dearly, but okay. And I can never pause a live. It's okay. So we're going to bust through this. So yeah, I always get there early. I'm trying to push it back. So right now I think with this, it will push me back. And I'm just hoping the angels, all right, angels, you hear me right now? Can you just keep him occupied so I can bust this out? Thank you. All right. So like I was saying, I want to encourage anyone who is a mom. Mind you, before I jumped on here, I made sure all of his needs were met. So don't no one come at me, please. First and foremost. So no more staying up late is what I want to encourage, like mothers in particular. If you are a stay-at-home mom, especially, why? Because you already have like a full day of stuff and drama, and it's like toddler drama if you have toddlers, or like I should say kid drama. So like you exactly know what I mean. So you really do need to be in bed before 10. Like before 10. Me, I'm like, because of this 5:35 situation, and I'm back on my walks that I just checked my app, it's 5 miles now. It's over 5 miles now. Holy shit. Pardon my French on that. I'm now walking 5 miles with this path. All right, I will definitely lose all the weight I just gained in the last 6 weeks from emotionally eating. Hey to the men. Whew, that's a lot of cardio. And I'm doing 2 workouts in one day. Like, hello, because of the yoga, I'm waking up, I'm stretching, I'm doing all of that. But really why I like the yoga in the morning is because it gets me up and moving. And I don't know about you, but when I stretch and I'm moving and when I stretch, I feel like I am releasing the anxiety. I'm releasing the stress that my body has. So it's like setting the day up on a really good path of just me like being like relatively happy. Yeah. Do I still get frustrated? Do my kids do something that makes me really like irk my nerves? Hell to the yes. But in particular, if you've been following me for any amount of time, you know my motto is you wake up and you choose happy. Why? Because it's better than being sad. And think about that. If you choose to be happy, happy things will come, and you will react differently when the negative, weird, what the WTF moments of life happen, okay? So sit on that, think about that, look at your schedule, and I say just wake up an hour earlier. I was already waking up at 6. That's why I chose 5. Just wake up an hour early. Give yourself an extra hour of the day for you, you know? All right. So now here is a new section of this podcast that it will probably be set up on Thursdays and Thursdays only. And it's going to go also with the mom hack, mom life thing is I am just going to study my week for mom stuff and see what I'm doing, what funny story I could share. Just anything mom life related, I am going to share on Thursdays on this week's episode. And then after that, when I go into the pop culture, we're going to do recaps of reality TV. All right. So I'm going to bring in some more reality TV, and I figured that would be a good way for me to like balance everything out with Bravo, because I don't see a lot of Bravo news that's like, except for Scandal. Oh, we're going to get into that in a moment. Holy schmoly. But anyway, so it's just going to be a recap. So I guess Monday will be news, and Thursday will be recap reality TV. And then if you follow me on my YouTube channel, you're gonna see some kind of vlog sometime in that week. Like usually I want to do a Wednesday, but this week it happens to be Saturday because I'm going to be posting a garden vlog. If you want to see my little apartment garden that I literally am like just doing out of containers and seeds from the Dollar Tree, by the way. Yeah. So if you want that, go ahead and find me on YouTube, Fina, all the things. If not, go ahead and look in the description and you can go and find the links, and I made it easy for you. All right, I made it easy. Okay, so let's get into the recap Thursday for the pop culture stuff. So what is going on this is all Bravo. All Bravo except for the Kardashians, which we'll leave at the end. That's happy. Okay, so recap. So below deck yachting has started this week. And nothing really special. Like there's a new crew except for Daisy, Colin, and Gary. But Gary's not back yet because apparently he has COVID. Okay. And Colin is back, but he's single this time. And Colin keeps saying, "Oh, you made out with Gary, you made out with Gary." But like we've kind of heard rumors that Colin and Daisy have hooked up, and it's dramatic. What was that? No, sorry, that was nothing crazy. So there's that when it comes to the crew and the drama. Then the biggest drama is Maine and gym problems. The first charter, it looks like they're going to be stuck at the dock and all the things, and that really freaking sucks. And it looks like in the previews that it looks like there's going to be a lot of drama with the boat's mechanics. So buckle up. Yeah, and this is your cue to go get your tea. All right, go get your tea. This because I am spilling the tea. I'm spilling the tea on reality TV. Oh my God, that rhymes, and I didn't even try. Holy schmoly. Okay, so there's that below deck, and then I did start watching New Jersey, Real Housewives of New Jersey, but let me tell you, I stopped watching it years ago. I used to watch it religiously like I do for Orange County and was in New York and all the things, right? But once the Manzos left, I'm not talking Dana, I'm talking Caroline Manzo. Mob mama, right? That's what I call her, mob mama. When she left the show, I didn't like it anymore. I was like, peace out. Like, I'm like, Teresa does not do it for me. Ugh. So I didn't watch it for a while. And when I came back literally this season. I think we're in season 13. Don't quote me on that. Oh, God. And I know that the Jersey Housewife fans are fucking crazy. So pardon my language on that, but don't come at me. Please be nice. Be kind. I've heard how mean you could be. Thank you very much. So, I come back, and the one thing I keep seeing is the fucking Joe and Teresa brother-sister fight. Melissa's fighting with Teresa. So I go back to like where I left off, and it's just fighting. But I'm like, I'm on season 9, and they're nice, kind of, but not really. So I'm just bored at this point. I don't know if I'm going to finish New Jersey. And if y'all want me to finish New Jersey and give my 2 cents, y'all better leave comments and do something, because I don't know if I will stick around. Okay? Going on to another boring show right now is Ultimate Girls Trip. Ultimate Girls Trip, where they take all of these housewives from all the different cities and they put them all on a really cool like destination vacation, and they're together I think for like 6 or like between a 6, I've heard 6 to 8 days, so about 2 weeks ish, less than 2 weeks. And season 3, leading up to season 3, we heard that like Leah threw elephant poop at someone. There's a lot of drama, there's a lot of fighting, there's a lot of this, there's a lot of that. Well, we're here, we're watching it. There is fighting, but it's boring fighting. It really is. It's like, I don't know if I'm going to be watching that for much longer. So, we're just going to get into the juice of Bravo right now is Vanderpump Rules. Oh my god. And if you have not listened to the freaking interview that fucking Sandoval did with Howie Mandel, what is he doing talking to Howie Mandel? Why is that your first freaking interview since all of this drama? This is how you're coming out besides whatever you said at the reunion? Like, this is your first public, like, interview about it? What the hell? And really, okay, go ahead, go listen to it. I watched it on YouTube, and I'm going to be really freaking honest with you. It literally sounds like a man who's having a middle life crisis. He explained it like Ariana was super distant. So I'm sure she is, but if a man's having, I know, just go watch it and listen to it. So there's that. And so I watched that yesterday, and then so that obviously got me woken up and excited for the new episode that aired last night. But since I don't have cable and I watch all of my Bravo through Peacock, it airs the day after. So when I wake up on Thursdays and I know that I have all these shows to watch, I get very, very excited. Like later when I come back from picking up William, I'm excited. I'll watch Girls Trip. You know, I didn't feel like it was important to recap during this, so I didn't force myself to watch it right before I jumped in to record this. I was like, I woke up, okay, all right, wake up, do my routine, get William to school, get AJ set up and happy, and just start watching Vanderpump Rules and the Kravis wedding, and then record and leave, and wham bam, you're going to have a very busy. You're going to feel really good as a Capricorn for your career. Yeah. And then you're going to go and pick up William, come back, be a mom, and you just feel a very balanced day. It will feel very balanced. And that is now my new word for the year is balance. So, we open up and it's freaking Schwartz and Rachel, aka Raquel, kissing, and people are cheering her on, and it's like, oh, I never got to put that on mute. I am so sorry to the podcast right now. And so people were cheering, and then, but here's the thing, they were making out. This was in Mexico. This was like, I think, a night before Sheena's wedding, and people were cheering her on, and it was kind of intense. So, and also keep in mind, guys, Sandoval and Raquel have already made out or done whatever they did at boys' night. Oh my god. And freaking Schwartz has no idea. So Sheena ends up calling Lala, and Lala ended up not going to that party the night before and ended up hanging out with Katie, who wasn't invited to the wedding anymore, but she still went because she still had her room and all. Yeah, it's kind of funny drama. So she goes with Kristen Kelly and has like a girls trip with Kristen Kelly, and it's really cool, and I'm glad that she has that trip. So Lala actually goes back and forth to kind of balance the friendship, right? So Sheena goes and calls Lala and says, oh my god, did you see that Schwartz and Raquel made out? And they're just like, what the hell? And then she goes, I know who you were sitting with. I know you saw it. I didn't see it. I was just calling you to see if you saw it from where you were sitting. Hello to the shade. Okay, Sheena. Shade on shade on shade. But then, of course, Katie's in the room and she's hearing all of this, that her ex-husband is making out with fucking Bambi eyes. Like, what the hell? WTF. That is like a WTF moment. So Katie goes crazy. Her emotions are 100% valid. Sheena's pissed that, she's spending time in between. Oh, and by the way, I should have said this is a spoiler alert, but if you haven't noticed already, you know now. So the episode kind of goes off, and then Jane, the day before, they all go to like this lunch at a hibachi restaurant, and they walk in, and James and Allie walk in, and you see freaking Raquel sitting between the Toms. And James goes off on Raquel in such a James way and says, okay, so here you've made out with Schwartz, me, and Peter. Anyone else you've made out with? And now that we all know, and she's sitting next to fucking Schwartz, we're like, dude, and Schwartz, that was just a few weeks ago. It was making, oh my god, it was, I think someone was making fun of me, but it was intense to the point where Allie left, James followed, and they met Katie and Lala at the restaurant, and they all had lunch together. Fast forward to Craig and Lisa, who Craig happens to be in the restaurant with Vanderpump right now, with the Toms, and they ended up going and having a really good conversation, basically saying that they're not ready to open the restaurant, which was going to be Schwartz and Sandy's, which I think did open sometime last year, but I don't know if it happened August 31st, like they keep saying on the show. Okay. So, so here's some tea. This is some real juicy tea, and if you have not seen the show, I am sorry that you have not clicked out of this situation yet. But hello, Brock and Sheena have been married for a year already. Yeah, they were, before they actually had the actual like ceremony where people got to see them walk down the aisle, and little summer moon, their daughter got to be the flower girl, all of the like all craziness. They ended up getting married already. And I want to say this because the way Sheena was talking about it in the commentary, and this is why y'all should be really watching it, is you will see the growth that Sheena has had. And I could see it because I am rewatching Vanderpump Rules slowly but surely. I am rewatching it. And I just got done watching her previous wedding just like a week or two ago. So that's fresh in my mind. So comparing that wedding to this wedding, she has grown so much as a woman, and we need to applaud her. Oh my god. So she ended up her and Brock ended up getting married like at the courthouse, like real fast. They said a few words to each other and they signed the papers so that Brock, I believe he was from Australia, could get his green card. So yeah, that was pretty rad of Sheena. And I have to give her applause on that. And they kept it secret. So good for them. So the day of the wedding, the day of the wedding, the way that they had, where the wedding was on the beach, literally every freaking suite that had a window facing that beach would see this wedding. And who happened to have a window facing the wedding? Katie and Christina. So they got to see the wedding, even though they got disinvited from the wedding. So they were still there. And it was cute. They were watching it in their robes. And it's like, yeah, watch the wedding with no bra and be comfy. And honestly, they were saying a lot of nice things. They said that compared to how everyone was talking shit about Sheena's crop top dress wedding at her first wedding to Shay, compared to this, and this dress was beautiful. This is a beautiful dress, beautiful, just everything about it. She looked fucking fantastic. Okay, she looked fantastic, and Sheena and Christina were just saying really nice things. So, and I would even think that this dress was so nice that I even think that if Stassi was involved in that she would have nice things to say too. So they say their vows. The vows are beautiful, all of that. And so, of course, Christina and Katie go and have their dinner and all of that. And freaking Tom comes up and like surprises them and tries to surprise attack them and just say, hey, the kiss was nothing. And earlier in the episode, you see Tom talking to James saying, hey, like the kiss really doesn't mean anything to me. It doesn't, like, it's just I did it to get back at Katie because Katie says I couldn't kiss her. And over here, freaking Raquel is saying, oh, he's so sweet. He's this, he's that. Oh, and basically that. The girl's in love and the guy's not. Like, it's that situation. So now it really does make sense that she really did leech on to freaking Sandoval. But I'm sitting here going, how can you do that to your friend Ariana? How can you do that to her? Like, how can you do that to her? That's what pisses me off. So, also, and then it ends with Rachel trying to apologize to Lala. And Lala just la-la'd at her. And you can watch that one for yourself. I'm not going to give you any juice on that, because if you are a Lala fan, that is just something you got to sit there with your cup of tea and drink. And then, then next week we get to see the date that freaking Raquel had with Oliver, who is Garcelle from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills' son, who has a baby mama. There is so much drama, and if you follow the community, Bravo community, and you know this drama, then you understand where I'm going with this. If not, buckle up. Next Thursday, we will talk about it, because I'm just sitting here going, oh my God, we are here. That is the day. Holy shit. Pardon my language again. So that is Vanderpump Rules. Now, we're going to end it on a happy note, because Vanderpump, I think I'm just going to start off with Vanderpump, because that's going to be a lot of heavy stuff. As this continues, it's going to get heavier and heavier, because you even see freaking Tom Sandoval slap Raquel's ass behind Ariana's back, like physically, like freaking Ariana was standing in front of them, or sitting in front of them, and he like her. That was a lot to see today. I kept seeing the memes and then seeing it in the episode as it played out, and just seeing the whole situation as it was. I'm like, Team Ariana, hashtag, oh my God. So let's go into the Kravis' wedding, because I can't anymore with Vanderpump Rules. So it opens up with the Vegas wedding, and they are drunk as fuck. Freaking Travis and Courtney are drunk as fuck, and they are laughing and trying not to pee themselves, and they're crying this and that, and it's hilarious. So, and the way that they filmed this, they filmed it beautifully, and obviously all the footage that we saw, it was from the person who did the photography for the wedding. She had brought her videographer with her, so that they were able to get video footage. And Courtney goes, you know what, now that I see it, I'm really glad that we have that, because it really was a special moment of everything, how everything just played out. So the footage that you see in the new episode of season 3, yes, season 3 on Hulu of Kardashians is now officially out, and it is so good. If you are a Kardashian fan and you love this shit, you will love this shit. So buckle up. So there's that, and then there's a moment where they're kind of doing their commentary together on a bed, and it's black and white, very Calvin Klein vibes, all of that. And Travis is explaining each of the weddings. So the Vegas wedding was the wild rock star wedding, which is, yeah, very true. They were even wearing freaking leather jackets. The Santa Barbara one is the one that they actually had to do because they had to get it legal here in the States before they went to Italy. So that's why they did the Santa Barbara one. And what was cool, the only two people there that witnessed it was Travis's dad and MJ, who is Courtney's grandma. They both can't fly. So that was just really special that those two people got to see the union. They got to see it be legalized, all of that. In all reality, let's face it, I think MJ was so freaking excited to see Courtney get married, because I don't think Courtney was ever going to get married. And she even said it, and I'll get to that point in a minute. But, and the reason why she didn't want to get married is something I could relate to on so many levels. So when so there that was Travis explained it as grounded and meant a lot. And I think it meant a lot because his dad was there. And obviously MJ. And then Italy was just the super romantic, all of that. The Travis and Courtney and their 6 kids combined got there a few days early before everyone else so that they could just chill and get over the jet lag, all of that. Also, I did not know that Landon, Travis's son, is afraid to fly. He almost didn't even make it. So, and the reason why he's afraid to fly is probably because what happened to Travis years ago in his accident with with DJ-12. Look it up. I don't want to talk about it because it hit me a lot, and then seeing that it affected Landon, I'm like, okay, obviously it was a big deal, and it still is affecting the family. So there's that. Look it up. You'll see it. It's insane. Guys, Dolce & Gabbana's villa is fucking gorgeous. My favorite feature is the blue shutters. Oh, literally, this really is the destination wedding that they deserve, and really, that was sweet. Then, okay, so the night before, they all are going out to a wedding. Or not out to dinner, and they thought that they could get away with going out to the town, and they couldn't. Why? Because literally the whole town started chasing. It was literally. It must have been the same thing that happened to Kim in Florence. When you go out to Europe and you're a celebrity and no one really sees you because paparazzi is different out there and all of that. And just Europeans are different when it comes to famous people. They're different. But when major things like a wedding happen, Europeans get crazy like Americans. They cannot deny that. I'm sorry, Europeans, you can't deny it. So they went and what was it? They try to go to town, and it is busy. So they change their plans, and they don't do that. What is this guy? All right, and then okay, so the peps were nuts. All right, and then when they finally were doing one of the first dinners, Chloe says something really cool in her speech. Basically, who knew that Travis and Chloe were neighbors first before they were neighbors with Courtney? Hello. That's a major tea. So the day before, if you've seen the paparazzi pics, you've seen the iconic black dress with the black veil, and there was some blue accents that Courtney wore, and then Travis wore that really simple black monk religious gown dress on the yacht. Well, they were taking that yacht to a monastery where they were having lunch, and that was really cool. And Courtney explains why they didn't get married in a Catholic church because they had to get certain documents, and it was just a lot of work. And plus, freaking Travis made a cute comment. Oh yeah, we were both Catholic, so it just kind of made sense. And Courtney looks down and says, "I was not born Catholic. I was born Christian." It was cute. So there was that, and it was yeah, there's that, and then it goes fast forward. You could see them getting the villa ready, and you see helicopters dropping in the piano and all the stuff they need. And basically, Courtney explained the planning process of the actual wedding in Italy, that it literally took her 30 minutes of her life. 30 minutes. She was talking to their people and just delivered the romantic feeling. They just wanted the romanticness of the situation and all of that. And so they went and did that. They delivered it and all that, and then their people went and told Dolce & Gabbana, and they ended up just like executing it beautifully. And if you've seen the pictures, yeah, but when you see this episode, the way they filmed it, you really, really feel the romance. You really feel like, oh, if you're into this shit, you will love this shit. That's all I can say. And then, so the night before at the dinner that they were having, Chris ended up giving Courtney one of Robert's rings so that Robert was like there. And that was a sweet moment because Courtney made a comment and I fucking get it. And she goes, that was really nice that my mom gave me the ring and all of that. And she goes, it's kind of crazy that I'm getting married because once my dad died, I didn't want to get married because he wouldn't be there. And as someone who lost their father early, I lost my father at 17. He had a heart attack in his sleep. All of that. I'll talk about that one day. But that's the logistics of the situation. And I had daddy issues on top of that. So it's a really good story. It's a really juicy, there's drugs involved, all of that. I'm not kidding you about the drugs. Like I said, I'll talk about it one day. So when she said that, I was like, I get it. But I'm married. So I got over it and I did it, and it's good. And then obviously she got over it. And it gives the ring. It's cute. Okay, so the day of the wedding, it finally hits both Courtney and Travis. Courtney is like sitting in the chair. She's getting her makeup and her hair done, all of that. And she feels all the anxiousness in her body. And she's like, this is crazy. I don't know what to do. And so she's walking around trying to wiggle it out. And then freaking Travis gets his son, Landon, to jump off of a boat because he says that he needed to do something, and which I thought that was sweet. And then there was a moment where you see them getting dressed and you see Travis after he has his suit on, he calls his dad and his voice completely changes. It's like a very soft, almost the way he talks to Courtney, but it's different. And I thought that was a very sweet moment to have on film. And it was a very sweet way to see this like punk rock dude be all of that. And then as he was walking to his spot to go and like walk down the aisle or and all of that, he was having conversations with his mom, I believe, and I know he lost his mom. I don't know how. I'll look that up later, but we could all look it up later. And I thought that was sweet. And then Courtney made a comment that Travis reminds her of her dad. And I'm like, I'm not going to lose it yet. I'm not going to lose it. And something that I noticed, almost every guest that was sitting in the aisle, like waiting for them to walk down the aisle, were all wearing black. I know it's like black, sexy, and chic, but that was like it's a weird omen to have black at a wedding. I'm just saying. Who agrees with me on that? It is weird. Am I right? Chris ends up walking Courtney down the aisle, which we've seen in photos. Courtney cried while she was saying her vows, plus freaking Rain, her youngest son, was the ring bearer. And I have to admit, they did like this montage of the photo ops, and those photo ops look gorgeous. I really hope Courtney shares those one day because I want to see the results of like the actual pictures. That's the photographer in me, I'm not going to lie, but just the different shots that their wedding album, oh my God, must be fucking beautiful. That's all I got to say. Something also that I said back then when we were seeing pictures from the guests on social media and all of that, they shared endless. They obviously had an endless pasta bar, but each plate had a very small amount. So I don't know if it's because you keep coming back and getting more, but why would you do that to the dishwasher? Give them a good healthy amount and let them come back if they want. So Kim Chris surprised Travis and Courtney with their first dance to be serenaded by Andrea Bercelli, which was it was really beautiful. And of course, what did they do? They made out the entire time, just like Travis would. So there is that moment. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. A beautiful first dance. Mark Hoppus, who happens to be the bass player and a singer of Blink-182 with the band that Travis has been in forever and a day. They've been friends for like 25 years, he said. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. I am so sorry. I should be getting ready to go get William right now. But like I said, I get there way too early, so we're just killing some time. I'm going to be wrapping this up soon anyway. So, Mark, he stood up and he said something very sweet, and I thought this was very cool. He goes, I have seen him go through hell. Now I get to see him go through heaven with Courtney. And I thought that was sweet. Travis's speech made me cry like a freaking baby, and one of the quotes that he said is, we're all here because I fell in love with my best friend. Like, that was super sweet. And then a super cool, like, punk rock moment, freaking Landon ended up going and talking to the DJ and goes, oh, my God, hey, let's put one of the guests on blast and make him perform. And who is that guest? Machine Gun Kelly, and they put on Bloody Valentine. So that was a really cool punk rock moment. And then the show edited this really cool ending, like, collage or whatever you want to call it, to All the Small Things by Blink-182. So it was really beautiful. I'm probably going to watch it again when I get home from picking up William and all the things. But that is the reality TV recap. So obviously next week will be Vanderpump Rules and Kardashians and whatever happens in mom life. Monday, we're going to talk about news and mom stuff again. If you want me to talk about something in particular about mom life, about pop culture, anything, please leave it in the comments. Please let me know. I am here for suggestions. I'm here for critique. I am here for all the things to learn and grow. So whoever is listening, thank you. I appreciate you. And please be vocal in some shape or form. You can find me on my social medias where you can find in the description of this episode. Yeah. Sorry, I'm like listening to my son also out there. Hello, mom life. Okay, moms, you get it. So I'm going to end it here because, like I said, like y'all heard the alarm go off. You know I should be getting ready to go pick up William, but also I'm trying not to get there super early. Why? Because I can walk way too fucking fast to the point where I'm thinking if I should do a walking marathon one of these days. I might. So, okay. So on that note, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to subscribe, rate, comment, love, do all the things to help the algorithm know that this podcast and this YouTube channel is here to stay. Push it. Help me out. Do your job. And I will sit here and do my job and give you my 2 cents about those moments in pop culture that make you say, what the fuck? And even mom life moments that make you say, what the fuck? All right? Because don't lie to me, because I know my people, we don't sit there and not cuss. My people cuss, and we do say, what the fuck? We might say it in our head under our breath. We might say it in a different way so our kids don't take those colorful words to the street. But you know what I mean. Okay? All right. On that note, thank you guys so much for all the support, and I will talk to you soon. And also, do not forget, this Saturday I will be posting a garden vlog. So if you want that, go to the YouTube. It's going down. All right. And yeah. Everyone, happy Thursday, and have a happy weekend. Drink responsibly if you drink.